Good morning, people. Thank you, Dollarama. Isn't it cute? It's still got the thing from the tag on it, but I think it's adorable. This morning I'm having some stew thing that I made last night. It's like a barbecue curry. I don't even know how to explain it, but I was in the mood for both barbecue sauce and curry, so I mixed them together. And I have some grapes that I was going to take to work, but I'm eating them now. So in this, there's onions, garlic, ginger, ketchup. This is the barbecue sauce. So onion, garlic, ginger, ketchup, maple syrup, molasses, tamari sauce. I'm trying to remember everything because I put it in a different order. Water. And I think that's it. And then I put some curry powder because I wanted the flavor of curry as well. And then the actual food that's in it is tofu, potatoes, chickpeas, peas, and that's it. I was like, what is that? It's just the tail of the potato skin. That looks so funny. Today is Wednesday. Cheers, Squish. Look at my shirt. Isn't that cute? mm. So good. I was talking with a customer the other day. And somehow, some way, we got around to the fact that they've lived in their house for quite a long time. And I said, I've lived in my apartment since I was born. And she was like, what? And said, yep. I moved out when I was 19 for a few years. I moved out when I came back home. Then I moved out again when I was 25. Because I was pregnant. I moved back home when I was 28. Because my parents decided that they wanted to retire. And move up to the cottage. They bought the cottage in 1981. And it was on a tiny little side road. Well, I guess not that tiny. But it was this little one-bedroom house, cottage, that was owned by an old Italian couple. Tony and Angela, I think, was their names, which is really hilarious because that's the names of the people in Who's the Boss. I think. I might be completely wrong. Mm. It was adorable. So cute. This couple was Italian. So it was orange and brown. And I think yellow. It was interesting. So my dad basically, and my mom and my dad basically, bought it as a fixer-upper. It had one bathroom. Oh, wait, no. That's afterwards. It had one bedroom, living room, and kitchen. And the bathroom was like a, I don't even, not a hallway, a space, a galleyway. I don't even know what you want to call this, where there was like a little tiny spot in between the living room and the bathroom. Oh, shoot. The living room and the bedroom, sorry. There was like a little empty, what would have been a hallway in a regular house size, because this was a small little tiny place. And there was a bucket with a toilet lid. There was a wood stove for heat. Man, I love the smell of fresh wood burning, even though it kills my allergies. I just love it. We had well water, so you had to go outside and you had to have a little tiny cup of water to prime the pump. There was a gazebo, which is like a sheltered thing outside. And this was really beautiful, but painted brown and orange. Stripes at that. So it had a huge wooden structure in the middle, like a beam. And then it came down kind of like an umbrella type thing. Really cool. And an outhouse. Or in scouting, we like to call it a kaibo. So we used the outhouse, but that kind of little bucket thing was, in the middle of the night. If you had to go, you went in there. And then in the morning, my mom would go out and dump it, or my dad, whoever. So over the years, my parents fixed it up. They extended it and put in an extra bedroom. So we had 2 bedrooms, massive bathroom, because they turned the front bedroom into the bathroom, and the two bedrooms were in the back. At the beginning, the bathroom was in the back, and the bedroom was in the front. They kind of kept the bedroom where it was, but then they just decided that it would be nicer to have the 2 bedrooms in the back and then the bathroom in the front, so they switched them. It was really beautiful. So beautiful. We went every weekend. And cottage season basically was the May 2-4 weekend through to Labor Day weekend. And then we would shut it down for the winter. And then they ended up, over the years, insulating it, winterizing it. And we would go all year. And I'm telling you, it was such a beautiful escape from the city. Right on Balsam Lake. Gorgeous lake. Beautiful clean water. My parents are from down east, so my dad loves fishing. So Balsam Lake is like amazing for fishing. So we had fishing boats. I have such fond memories growing up and going there. There was a little park store. Well, there was the big park store at Balsam Lake Provincial Park, and we used to walk there or bike there. It was about 2.5 miles from where we were, and it would be kind of like an excursion for the day. We'd go there, and we'd go up all these like hidden trails and everything that were in the actual provincial park, and we'd go there, and they had all kinds of stuff for kids, candies and toys, and they had, excuse me, they even had a tiny little arcade in there. Because obviously they knew that people were going to be at the provincial park during the warmer months, right? And then a little bit past that, there was a tiny house store. I don't know if anybody has ever seen these, but it's an actual house, but the front of it is this part of the store. We used to have one next to my grandparents' house in New Brunswick as well. And it was a mercantile, where it's like a buy everything that you can store. Like seriously, groceries, fabric, outdoor stuff. And it's kind of in a contained space, so it's like half of their house or whatever that they've turned into this actual store. It's really cool. And the one at the cottage, he had a gas pump at the front too. I wonder what they did with the storage tanks underneath, because it's not a store anymore. I can't imagine how much it would cost it to excavate. Is that what it's called? Dig up all of those tanks after the store is closed. Anyway, regardless. Then the provincial park was about 15-minute walk from us. So we were there sometimes all day. We would get up, have our breakfast, pack a lunch, head down there for the day, and then come home for dinner. all kinds of wild animals would come to our yard. It was so cool. Over the years, my dad was like Dr. Dolittle. He would have like a relationship with all of these animals, a rapport, and they just loved him. So all kinds of birds and squirrels and chipmunks um and then as time went on, and my dad started to buy more and more feed from the country store, like these animals would like come to our yard. So we had wild turkeys. Wild turkeys are so beautiful. They're massive, huge, and they're, oh my gosh, the colors on them is just absolutely stunning. Excuse me. And you're not allowed to do any of the hunting up there, so it's kind of beautiful. Oh my gosh, excuse me. We had like really beautiful blue jays that would come. They love peanuts, by the way, if you didn't know. The squirrels up there are red squirrels, so they're kind of small. They're kind of like the size of our chipmunks, or a little bit bigger. And then the squirrels are massive up there, kind of like the size of a cat. It's really weird. So then you come back to the city and you're like, what the hell is that? The size difference is amazing. And in the winter, you would have some really interesting creatures to come. Moose. We rarely saw moose, but you would see them. But the deer, oh my gosh, the deer. Many times I would film live on my Facebook as if I was at the cottage, showing the deer that were coming into the yard. Sometimes we would have like 35 deer that would come into the yard. My dad would buy special feed for them from the store, like cracked corn, and he would buy special carrots and special apples, and my mom would prepare these big bowls of food for them every single night during the winter, because back in the field there's not much food. So they would actually come out, and my parents' backyard, it faced onto the field. So these beautiful, beautiful creatures would come into the yard, and my dad would feed them over the years, so they got really used to us being in the yard while they were sitting there eating. Oh my gosh, it was mesmerizing to watch them. So gorgeous. I miss it. My dad had to sell it. After my mom passed away in 2017, he kept it for another about a year and a half, I think. And then it just got to be too much for him to upkeep it and everything. My dad's elder, and obviously I'm 49, so he's elder. And he ended up moving in with my brother. So he sold the cottage, and here's the irony, is that it ended up being the grandchildren of the people who used to live right next door to the cottage. So my dad was so happy, because these have been our friends for years and years and years. And now my dad has actually been up there to visit them. So it's kind of beautiful, because my dad put a lot of work and time and money into that cottage to fix it up to be this beautiful place. And now they've fixed it up even more. My dad had a half wraparound porch on it. As far as I know, I think they extended it, and just they fixed it inside, because I'm friends with the people who own it now. I've been friends with them forever. So it's just really beautiful to see the changes that they've made to it, and kind of modernized it more. And with my parents, they wanted it to stay kind of homey feel and a very cottagey feel. Oh yeah, let's just stop talking about that now and talk about my nails. So yesterday I decided that I was going to paint my nails. So I did the bottom coat, the base coat, which I have right here. And then I decided I was going to do this color. And I forgot that the top coat, this right here, was in my little side table drawer. So I finished my nails and I let them dry. And then I was like, okay, I'll go and get the top coat. And the drawer wouldn't open. It got stuck. So I was playing around with it. I had to get a knife to actually like fidget around in there. And then, of course, I ruined my nails. So I tried to take the nail polish off. Yeah, it didn't work so well. So my nails kind of look like I don't have any oxygen in my brain or something right now. They're very blue. Not great. I don't know how long that's going to last. Fabulous. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm working today and they look horrible. The only thing that I can think of is that I actually do paint them that blue. But if they did this after just a few minutes, that's some serious pigment that it's got. Jeez Louise. Did I take my vitamin? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Because there's no shakies in there. I think there was only one time that I was filming that I forgot to take my vitamin. And then when I went to write in my journal that I was, what I've done during the day so far, my breakfast and whatnot. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't take my vitamin? I take my vitamin every time I film. So it was weird. And then I thought, well, what if I took it and I just don't remember? So I took one, and then I was like, yeah, no. I can usually tell if there's none of them shaking around in there. The sun is waking up. I don't know how today is going to be. It's kind of weird looking out. But it's bright right now, even though the sun's not out. So it's going to be a very bright day. That's for sure. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. Love you. Bye.